But yeah, like for example, if I have a lock that I have to pick that costs
What does
7,
your mother mean by going beyond the nightmare?
I'm using Carmelite water. I'm not friggin' I'm not blowing 7 action points. You can go screw off, game. I am not blowing 7 action points. I guess only if you have no Carmelite water, but otherwise. Golden elixir full. Alright.
Which four-letter word could open this chest?
A 4-letter word. What clues do we have that would point to a 4-letter word? Oh, other half is out? Oh. Um, I doubt it's something like help. It's probably actually some kind of a clue. Zeus, probably. There's a Zeus room downstairs. Amber fragments. Handwritten notes by Lord Mortimer. Yeah, no. Thanks, Omni. You don't actually have to um, give me clues. I'll think about it for a bit. Although I appreciate it. But no, that's totally fine. I was basically kind of thinking out loud. I was like, I'm pretty sure it's not something simple like help. And then I was trying to walk through different clues and think of what we had that maybe was in 4 letters. But yeah, I do appreciate the help. Thank you. Oh, we can't unlock this one on top? Well, that's not fun. Devil's Thorn. I don't need to reveal people's vulnerabilities right now or immunities. Oh, there we go.
The Book of the Mortimer family.
Thank you, though. No, seriously. Honestly, thank you. Weird obsession. Well, Zeus is father of the gods. Mortimer is Mortimer effectively like the father or the leader of the secret society, so I see the connection. I don't know if that's arrogance or if it was a similar thing for past heads of the organization. I'm not sure. The coin. Oh no, a key with an occult water symbol. Oh. Interesting.
Dante's Purgatory. Why does your mind presume to flight when you're still like the imperfect grub, the worm before it's attained its final form? Charming.
And see, like I said, this actor, this voice actor that plays us, whoever we are, he's like charming. This doesn't feel like he put more than a single read through into it. Maybe he did. Maybe he just didn't know how to read it, and so. But I feel like
The Coup de Lance by Paul Rubens.
his reading of French names is good. Le Coup de Lance. Le Coup de Lance. There is Poseidon. So a lot of Greek mythology tied to this place, of one kind or another.
It's a book on the history of the Crusades. I don't think it has any connection with my research.
Okay. Another Carmelite water. Somni's gonna go get drunk now. What was it, Somni or was it Monmouth that was Carmelite? Carmelite addict. I don't remember now. Whoever. Oh, that's a bird. For a second, I thought somebody's coming. I was like, ah, crap. Yeah. Especially when you have Napoleon and De Peru and like Godoy and people like that have very strong accents from the nations where they're from. Yeah, definitely.
The nightmare painted by Fuseli in 1781. Ah, this must be what my mother was talking about. Now just need to find out what she meant by go beyond. Hey, looks like it's mounted on rails on each side. It should lift up, I think. There must be a mechanism somewhere.
Okay, don't do the mechanism yet. I want to look at this other stuff first. Find a mechanism, yeah. That probably, that lever. Let's grab these first. Dear Mr. Guido Poletti, I'm writing with regard to the dates of the paintings that I sent you for a temporary exhibition. Please note that they are a part of my private collection and are dated according to the Freemasons' calendar, AL, in use at the time. As you may well have guessed, you must remember to abstract 4,000 years if you don't want the public to be surprised at the dating of the works. No need to remind you that the Freemason year AL begins in March, not January. About the Longinus, about the Longinus painting, I took the liberty to have the spear touched up so it better corresponds to the actual spear. I cannot urge you strongly enough to do the same for yours. Yours sincerely, Lord William Alexander Mortimer, Marquis de Westfordshire. And then this one. Accounts for the year 1792. And then you've got, for all the stuff he spent money on, remember to reduce wood consumption next year. Okay, so not especially useful, I don't think.
Let's take a closer look.
Probably science. Or, well, actually, I think it's politics here. That makes more sense to me, that he would have something that was fashionable. He is freaking rich, like hugely rich, and obviously is the leader of this organization. So he'd want something that would maybe potentially show that he was up with the fashion for any guests he had. Let's do this one.
These chocolates are probably a protocol gift. Everybody in Europe loves them nowadays. Marie Antoinette, the Queen of France, has her own personal chocolate maker at Versailles. They say it's her guilty little morning ritual before getting dressed. A cup with 1 sugar and some vanilla, if I remember rightly. I would be surprised if Mortimer has them delivered straight from South America.
I don't know if it's worth examining. That might be a waste. Let's not do that.
Dark chocolate beans. Very bitter. They're greatly prized in high society.
Yeah, I think that's it. I'm not gonna try to analyze it more closely. I feel like I'll be burning through points that I don't need to be burning through. Hey, another royal jelly to make up for. Okay, so that either of those below and that wheel up on top, either of those could potentially be a mechanism. Are these poison? Probably not. God, I don't want to. Okay, we're gonna Carmelite water this one, just because I'm low on the other stuff.
That's what you generally feed birds. Might come in handy.
Well, that wasn't worth it, I don't think. Connoisseur? Yeah. Okay. Let me... Might as well look at these other paintings while I'm here.
No mechanism here.
Oh, he was looking for a mechanism. Oh, I was just trying to analyze the painting.
A mynah bird.
Free the bird? I don't know about that. That sounds like that's asking for trouble.
Sarah de Riche? Waldo, you know Sarah? Well, Waldo, is your master good?
Pretty boy Waldo. Yeah, he's cute, that's for sure. I don't... I feel like freeing the bird's a mistake. I feel like that's just going to make Mortimer upset with me. Not to mention it'll make him realize somebody's been in his study. Let's not free the bird. That might be an alternate path that I missed or something, but I don't know if that's going to be a wise decision. Leviathan. Okay. So another tome to read, I guess. Another coin to grab. Pretty boy Waldo. Waldo, pretty boy. Pretty boy Waldo. This is Sparta! Okay. Anyway. Okay, so I think the mechanisms are these two things here. Like I said before, I think. I don't know for sure, but I think so.
No, what have we got here? Oh, it looks like a model. A model of a lock. It's as if Mortimer is fond of complicating things sometimes. Well, I hope I never have to try and unlock it.
Okay, just says it's complicated. Okay. Let's try this. Because I think I've looked at everything else in the room. I think.
Aha! I found it. Oh, what on earth is this? A ring lock now? Great. That's all I needed.
Oh, it said feed the bird. Oh, okay. I'll try to redo it, Somni. Somehow, my brain was making it think it was free the bird. Okay, let me feed the bird. Hang on. Here.
A mynah bird.
Feed. Wow. I have like a degree in English. I'm like trained in classical rhetoric, all kinds of stuff. I've done professional editing, and somehow I could not read that it said feed, not free. Wow. Yeah. Red berries. Did not want that. How about the chocolate?
Oh, what have I done? It looks like I've killed him. Oh, shit. I better not hang around.
Seriously, I killed the bird? I didn't mean to kill the bird. Why? Why would you have stuff that would kill the bird in the room where the bird is? God damn it. Okay, I don't know.
No, what have we got here?
Okay, just say the
Looks
same
like a
thing again.
model.
Okay, we get it, we get it,
Model
we
of
get
a
it, we get
lock.
it. Something else.
It's as if Mortimer is fond of complicating things sometimes. Well, I hope I never have to try and unlock it.
That just... Seriously? But I analyzed. He said these are the things you feed birds. I just shouldn't have fed the chocolate, probably. I didn't know birds... I didn't know chocolate kills the birds, though. But I had no... I didn't know any bird that... Like, are there... Maybe that's real. Are there birds IRL that die when they eat chocolate? I didn't know that. I know you don't feed it to dogs. I didn't know you couldn't feed it to birds. I don't know. Okay. Oh, let's... Okay, hang on.
This painting isn't finished. And it looks like Mortimer probably did it. Not bad, but you can't exactly say it's been done in the style of the period. This painting isn't finished.
Okay, so it's fine.
Looks like Mortimer probably did it. History of the First Crusades by Pierre Amédée de la Salle. Hey, the dates indicate AL, and it looks like 4,000 years have been added to our calendar. Oh, that counting system again. The author is Pierre Amédée de la Salle, none other than the Grand Master of the Masonic Lodge of Paris. Now I understand why the dates are offset. He's using dates based on the Anno Lucis, year 0 of the Masonic calendar, by adding 4,000 years to the Gregorian calendar. But I thought that calendar starts in March. The Crusades took place not long after the year 1000. Here all the dates say 5,000 and something. I'm guessing this dating system begins 4,000 years before the calendar that we use. Yet, I'm getting the feeling that there's something else, another small detail, but what is it? The famous call of Pope Urban II. 20 years after the capture of Jerusalem from the Arabs by the Turks, Urban II convened the council. He promises a plenary indulgence to Christians who go and get Jerusalem back from the Turks. The result, the Jewish community on the road to Jerusalem found itself persecuted for no reason. 12,000 Jews would perish, not to mention the massacre of Ma'ara, where acts of cannibalism by Frankish crusaders were reported, or even the capture of Jerusalem, where approximately 30,000 were left dead. It signaled the beginning of centuries of wars of religion. Or how Louis VII, King of France, eager to be pardoned for the death of thousands of innocent people in the fire of the Church of Vitry, convinces the Pope to authorize him to lead his own crusade. The result, in Germany, a new outburst of violence against the Jewish community, and a monumental fiasco by poor Louis VII, cuckolded by his wife's uncle. The famous call from Pope Gregory VIII in his Audita Tremendi Bull of 5,187. Oh, the crusade where Richard the Lionhearted distinguished himself. It states the first sea blockade of Saint-Jean d'Acre was broken in the 12th month of 5,190 AL, whereas the siege had been going on for 2 years.
I don't yet find something, though, that will tell me how to interpret those symbols. So I'm missing something. Might be the...
Walls by Paul Rubens. It's Christ on the cross as Longinus pierces his side with a spear. Rubens, he was a great painter.
What?
Coup de Lens by Paul Rubens. It's Christ on the cross as Longinus pierces his side with a spear.
Here.
Rubens, he was a great painter.
That's it, huh? Okay, I didn't miss something. I thought I missed something, maybe. But I guess not. There are these symbols here, or these patterns here, which may or may not reflect... no, I don't think that's right. Maybe, though, but I don't think so. Maybe I'm overthinking it, and maybe it is actually that simple, but... I don't know.
Oh, the family tree.
Document, contents.
Oh, the family tree.
Okay, let's, I guess, look at...
The first William Alexander Mortimer. He was born in 1131 and distinguished himself during the Third Crusade, during which he rubbed shoulders with Richard the Lionheart. He showed outstanding bravery during the siege of Saint-Jean d'Acre. He died in 1211 in the country of Westford at the age of 80. What longevity. Nice. Nothing is mentioned about his wife. The direct descendant of William Alexander Mortimer I was born in 1195 on his father's return from the crusade. Only son, more discreet than his father, it states that he was widely traveled. He produced only one descendant, named William Michael Mortimer. He died in 1275. There's no chapter dedicated to his mother. Lord William Alexander Mortimer, lover of the arts and the sciences, he took up politics at an early age. After rapidly becoming influential, he decides to retire from public life in order to organize conferences reserved for the elite with the aim of finding answers to world problems. Blah, 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 blah. He's also an only son, and the book doesn't mention any known descendant. Alright. For one, the women of the lineage are not mentioned at all. What a cavalier attitude. Right. Let's see. Who else is there? Another at random. William Mortimer again. Only son, him too. Born in 1573 and died in 1665. Mortimers lived to a ripe old age, that's for sure. Discreet again. The summary states that he was an excellent merchant, and that towards the end of his life, he entered politics? Only son, a descendant with a singular name. He also took a wife and had only one child, named William again.
I only have 1 point left. Well, 3 potentially with a couple of Carmelite water. So I want to be careful. I want to see what all I could potentially spend it on and be careful in what I spend it on. Yeah, because you got a lot of these that don't necessarily. They may or may not help, right? So.
Well, well. History of the Mortimer lineage. Looks like his ancestors have always sought to improve society and have had an open attitude towards the arts. This seems to be the list of grants and sponsorships given by the Mortimer family. From 1235 to 1280, the Mortimer family granted an annual pension to Albert the Great, Archbishop of Regensburg, in order to fund his research in the writing of De Mirabilibus Munci, books about the wonders of the world. Let's not forget it recorded the recipe for gunpowder in the form of an anagram. They democratized firearms in Europe, no less. In 1567, the Mortimer family financed the brickworks in Qinhongdao in China, fitted out with 51 furnaces 3.5 meters high, in guise of a protocol gift for Long King, the emperor of the Ming dynasty.
That would have been logic, huh? Let's not worry about that for now.
In 1489, the Mortimer family participates in the purchase of the Caravel Santa Clara from Juan Niño, shipowner, on behalf of Don Luis de la Cerda. The vessel will be renamed La Niña.
As in the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria? I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what that is. Don't take note. Versus the other ones where it was just keep reading. I don't know, it's only 1 point. I don't know if I want to spend a Carmelite water on that. Let's hold off for now.
In 1645, the Mortimer family allocated a pension to be passed down the generations to the Nerac family from Bordeaux, shipowners and refiners from father to son, a family known for their expeditions to Africa and America.
France, Africa, and the Americas. I mean, France had colonies in the Americas as well as Africa, both, right? Like they had the Congo, you know, Algiers. They had Morocco. They had a lot of colonies in Africa, and then England or in America, of course, the whole Louisiana Purchase was buying all that territory from France, right? So I feel like this connection is going to be obvious, so let's not worry about that. Wait, is this the one I just did?
In 1645, the Mortimer family allocated a pension to be passed down the generations to the Nerac family from Bordeaux, shipowners and refiners from father to son, a family known for their expeditions to Africa.
Yeah, that's the one I just did. Whoops. Okay. Okay. So let's others.
From 1685 to 1720, the Mortimer family allocated an annual pension to Denis Papin for his brilliant works in pneumatics and hydraulics. That reminds me of spectacular experiments such as his first submarine, which didn't end all that well if I remember correctly.
Yeah, well, early on in submarines, that's... Okay, Denis Papin, Achille Basmarin, so probably a key. Rashi Basmarin, no, I don't know what language this is. Achille doesn't look like it's French to me. But it doesn't look Spanish. Double L like in Yama or something. I don't think that's it. Well, whatever, anyway.
In 1772, Lord Mortimer made a donation of £112,000 to the attention of Achille Basmarin, major ship owner of Bordeaux,
Achille. Okay.
for the construction of a ship, the Clary.
Achille, huh? Okay. Guess it is French, just uncommon. I mean, there are double L's in some French words, but I just didn't look French to me, but I guess it is. The last name did, but the first name threw me off. Ponce de Leon.
In 1513, the Mortimers financed an expedition of Ponce de Leon to the New World. That was the expedition that resulted in the discovery of Florida, in fact. In 1635, the Mortimer family sponsored the Académie Mersenne for 30 years in Paris for works in the sciences and in philosophy. That was generous, but not entirely selfless when you think about Blaise Pascal, who developed the first calculating machine at the same time.
I mean, these aren't helping me figure out what the switch should be, I don't think, though, right? Ivan IV Vasilievich.
In 1550, the Mortimer family financed half of the construction of St. Basil's Cathedral in Moscow by way of protocol gift for Ivan IV Vasilievich, one of the most beautiful religious buildings ever built.
I don't know that any of this is going to help me. I mean, it's giving me clues for other things later, but I'm looking for what I should switch these symbols to, right? I don't know what I... You're okay, Bird. You'll just wake up later in a game that's reloaded. Sometime. Whenever that happens, who knows, but sometime. Oh, these are numbers. I thought they were like strange symbols. All right, that was the nightmare. Anyways, what was this again? These are the Crusades.
History of the First Crusades by Pierre Amédée de la Salle. Hey, the dates indicate AL, and it looks like 4,000 years have been added to our calendar. Oh, that counting system again.
So we got, potentially, I don't know if any of these are right. We have 5096. Technically 5099. I mean, we could do all of them, strictly speaking. Unless you only get one chance, but I doubt that's true. 5147. 5149. 5189. 5192. Any of these could be it. It could also be a different date that we find somewhere else, like in that other book. So let's... I don't have any effort points or whatever you call them, so that's great. Okay, 5096, maybe. Cost me 0. Because I'm level 2, so it doesn't cost me jack, squat. Eat it, sucka.
Looks like there's a marker on number 1 on the second roller.
Okay, so 51. Something for sure.
It's a complex mechanism. Looks like the third ring is a bit seized up. It gets stuck on number 9.
5192 would be what that suggests. 51. $92, if we're going off of that date. I don't know that we're supposed to, but maybe. $51.92. That gets seized up on 9. That suggests that should be a 9. Doesn't mean it is, but it suggests that. And the 1 has a mark, so 1 and 9. So let's try that and see.
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
Okay. So I feel like it's probably... Oh, wait. Yeah, no. Oh, it could be... This could be a 0. The mark on the 1 could be like for something by the 1. 50. We had 96 and 99 as possibilities.
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
And 99. It might not be any of those dates, but...
Well,
no,
I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
I'm worried that I killed the friggin' bird. Now, 1, Mortimer's not going to be happy. 2, Mortimer's going to know I killed his... Or somebody was up here. Devil's Thorn. Yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting that's Devil's Thorn. I already have that full. All right, let's look for dates here again. Family tree.
Oh, the family tree. All right. For one, the women of the lineage are not mentioned at all. What a cavalier attitude. Right. Let's see. Who else is there?
Unfortunately, I don't think there's a skip option on this, so I don't know.
Only son, a descendant with a singular name. He also took a wife and had only one child, named William again. Another at random. William Mortimer again.
1573.
Born in 1573 and died in 1665. The Mortimers lived to a ripe old age, that's for sure. Discreet again. The summary states that he was an excellent merchant, and that towards the end of his life, he entered politics?
Yeah. He might just be sad. He might not suspect somebody was there. It's hard to say.
All right. For one,
oh, that's where I just was.
Lineage are not
Gosh,
mentioned
dang it.
at all.
Yeah, we get it. It would be nice if there was a skip, but I don't.
Right. Let's see.
I've done backspace, enter, space, alt, control, shift, left mouse button, right mouse button. I can't seem to skip it, so.
The direct descendant of William Alexander Mortimer I was born in 1195 on his father's return from the crusade. Only son, more discreet than his father. It states that he was widely traveled. He produced only one descendant, named William Michael Mortimer. He died in 1275. There's no chapter dedicated to his mother. The first William Alexander Mortimer.
Should have written these dates
He was
down in the
born
first
in
place.
1131 and distinguished himself during the Third Crusade, during which he rubbed shoulders with Richard the Lionheart. He showed outstanding bravery during the siege of Saint-Jean d'Acre. He died in 1211 in the country of Westford at the age of 80. What longevity. Nice. Nothing is mentioned about his wife.
What longevity. Nice. Nice. It's like a surfer or something.
Lord William Alexander Mortimer, lover of the arts and the sciences, he took up politics at an early age. After rapidly becoming influential, he decides to retire from public life in order to organize conferences reserved for the elite with the aim of finding answers to world problems. Blah, 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 blah. He's also an only son, and the book doesn't mention any known descendant.
I have my suspicions about what's actually going on, but I'm not gonna. Okay. There aren't any dates in this one, I don't think.
Well, well. History of the Mortimer lineage.
Well.
Looks like his ancestors have always sought to improve society and have had an open attitude towards the arts. This seems to be the list of grants and sponsorships given by the Mortimer family. In 1489, the Mortimer family participates in the purchase of the Caravel Santa Clara from Juan Niño, shipowner, on behalf of Don Luis de la Cerda. The vessel will be renamed La Niña. In 1567, the Mortimer family financed the brickworks in Qinhongdao in China, fitted out with 51 furnaces 3.5 meters high, in guise of a protocol gift for Long King, the emperor of the Ming Dynasty. From 1235 to 1280, the Mortimer family granted an annual pension to Albert the Great, Archbishop of Regensburg, in order to fund his research in the writing of De Mirabilibus Munci, books about the wonders of the world. In 1645, the Mortimer family allocated a pension to be passed down the generations to the Nérac family from Bordeaux, shipowners and refiners from father to son, a family known for their expeditions to Africa and America. In 1513, the Mortimers financed the expedition of Ponce de Leon to the New World. That was the expedition that resulted in the discovery of Florida, in fact. In 1635, the Mortimer family sponsored the Academy of Mersenne for 30 years in Paris for works in the sciences and in philosophy. That was generous, but not entirely selfless, when you think about Blaise Pascal, who developed the first calculating machine at the same time. In 1550, the Mortimer family financed half of the construction of St. Basil's Cathedral in Moscow by way of protocol gift for Ivan IV Vasilievich, one of the most beautiful religious buildings ever built. In 1772, Lord Mortimer made a donation of £112,000 to the attention of Achille Basmarin, major shipowner of Bordeaux, for the construction of a ship, the Clary. From 1685 to 1720, the Mortimer family allocated an annual pension to Denis Papin for his brilliant works in pneumatics and hydraulics. That reminds me of spectacular experiments such as his first submarine, which didn't end all that well if I remember correctly.
I looked at the first heir of William the First. Is that a painting?
William Alexander Mortimer the First, the 12th month of Anno Lucis, 5190. That's a funny date.
Nope, I'm pretty sure that's what we need, actually.
That date in 5000 is something again. I wonder what in the world it means. Damn it. Doesn't work. 5190. I was pretty sure it was right. Maybe I didn't use the right date.
Subtract 4. So maybe this is 1. 1190. Maybe we're not doing it in Masonic numbers.
Doesn't work, damn it. I really thought I was close. 1190. Isn't the right date when you subtract 4000? I must have missed a subtlety.
Okay, let's read this note again. This one. Freemason year begins in March, not January. Bet it's a year back, because his birthday was probably a year earlier, right? Let's try. Or a year forward if I'm miscalculating, but...
Still not working. I get the impression I counted the wrong way. It must be 1 year more then, right?
Shut up, you jerk. Okay, I counted the wrong direction. You can just say that. You don't have to, like, rub it in. There we go.
Open sesame.
I don't act like you're all smart, dude. It took me like 5,000 billion clue analyses and tries at random numbers before I got it. I wonder if that painting drops down as well.
Let's see what you've been hiding, Lord Mortimer.
So it's 5191, not 5189. Or, oh, sorry, 1191, because it's, you subtract 4,000. Difficulty 0, so I might as well do that.
Moreover, it shows a fair number of sea voyages being organized towards the American continent. No doubt with slaves. How many men are broken in this trade? Tens of thousands each year, according to what people say. It shows the forces present in Africa. This is unexpected activity in this sector. It looks like there are also many unknowns, even for Mortimer.
My lord, I hope this letter will reach you. My hours are numbered. Oh, this is Russian guy, sorry. My lord, I hope this letter will reach you. My hours are numbered. My printing house has been confiscated, and I am imprisoned in the fortress of Schlesselburg. If you by chance or if by chance you could intervene in my favor, I would be eternally in your debt. The Tsarina Catherine should not be long in banning all Golden Order lodges from her territory. Our horizon has become considerably darker. In the hope that you can help me, your friend, Nikolay Novikov. Yeah. Nice.
Honey, the remedy of the gods.
Hey! I consume one again. Okay, let's hold off for the time being.
Weakness of the Human Psyche by Guillaume Trimore. He says, it is possible to drill an idea into someone by constant daily repetition until the mind gives in. And goes on, there are hundreds of good ways to live life, but you only need one to convince the masses that it's the only one possible. The author isn't letting any ethical principles get in his way, is he?
It's just stating facts. It's how the mind works. I'm not saying it's not used for manipulation. I'm also not saying that it is used for manipulation. I think he's just stating facts, really, overall. Let's hold off on the scary dagger thing first. The gift has been delivered. Timur Shah Durrani, King of Afghanistan, of Punjab, of Sindh, of Mashhad, and of Kashmir, should not retain his title much longer. His son, Zaman, will succeed him as planned. We will then be able to resume negotiations. Okay. Map of the Americas.
This shows the forces present in America.
Let's wait. I don't know if there can be something else more important. My dear friend, with thanks for your services rendered and help in the fight against the Spanish and the conquest of Iran, a ship bound for Marseille in France has been chartered. Hidden aboard are a few corpses infected with a plague that is decimating our country at this moment in time. Be very careful when handling these boxes, because if inadvertently opened, you risk spreading the disease all over France. Mohammed El Kabir. My dear friend, as a side of being able to gather together my friends to sign the agreement you proposed, this agreement shall be known as the Buttonwood Agreement. If you recall the place where we gathered, when you met us for the first time, you will understand why this name was given. Please find enclosed a list of my colleagues. Leonard Bleeker, 16 Wall Street. Hugh Smith, Tontine Coffee House. Armstrong and Barnwell, 58 Broad Street. Samuel March, 243 Queen Street. Andrew D. Barclay, 136 Pearl Street. Benjamin Sexas, 8 Hanover Street. John Henry, 13 Duke Street. John Bush, 195 Water Street. David Reedy, 58 Wall Street. Thank you for your help. We shall soon be able to meet at my place, the Tontine Coffee House. I look forward to seeing you as soon as possible. Hugh Smith. Okay. My dear friend, thank you for your words, and I do understand your situation. I regret having to confront you militarily, but if the situation obliges me to declare war, then do what you think fit. Under your advisement, and with a weary heart, I am off to meet up with the coalition that opposes you. In the hope of serving you again, George, King of Hanover, King of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland. So he's controlling wars. Like these, yeah, this is not like international political intrigue at all. I should have done the voiceover. Thanks for the compliment. I don't know if I want to analyze the geopolitical situation. So now I have the option of doing that here in Europe and then also over in America.
It shows the forces present in Europe. It's clear that France is surrounded by her enemies. However, a large number has been underlined in bold. 26 million. I know what it is. It's an estimation of my country's population. All our neighbors have far fewer inhabitants.
Yeah. I have a feeling Napoleon in all of his wars... I haven't read this somewhere, but I just had the thought. I have a feeling maybe Napoleon in all of his wars across Europe decimated his population enough that they did not keep up their population over time. So when you get to the 20th century, they actually were weaker than their neighbors at that point. I don't know for sure, but let's hold off on that. William, whatever your projects, it would seem that our father is against leaving you with a grip on Europe. Russia will soon commit itself to the coalition against your dear France. Don't think you can resist for long. I beseech you, William, not to persist. You are tearing our family apart. Your loving brother, G. I'm going to go with G. George for George Washington. I don't know if that's actually him, though. P.S. I shall come to your conference, but do you think that holding it at present moment is conducive? I think it's supposed to be, or conductive. Well, whatever. Conductive, okay. Yeah. Yep, including other members of the council, I actually think. I feel like he's actually manipulating members of the council. And they don't, some of them don't realize it. Because he's so clever at it, I think he manages to do it, and others are unaware. Even though they're clever in their own right. I don't think anybody could trust Mortimer. I do not think Mortimer was lying about the whereabouts of Sarah, but I don't think you can trust him in the slightest. I just think in that particular instance, he was telling the truth. Okay, I'm not going to do an accent on this because I don't want to come off as racist. I already skirted the line, I think, trying to do the Middle Eastern accent. So let's not do the Chinese accent. I feel like that's going to be... I'm not being racist because I'm doing accents for everybody. I feel like that might come off as racist, though. I don't know. My dearest Lord Mortimer, as a friend of China, rest assured that you will be rewarded for your information. You need not worry about any scheming against us from Great Britain. The representative, Mr. McCartney, will leave with no hope of any arrangements involving us. Your friend, Qianlong, Emperor of the Qing Dynasty. Were we in different cultural times, I might do that. Even then, it's kind of iffy. But were we in different cultural times, I might attempt the accent. But all I need is somebody to take that out of context at some point, and then suddenly I'm like being called a racist or something ridiculous. Let us see if you have the courage to face me alone.
This is my mother's writing. I've picked up her trail. What is she up to? Obviously, she wants to lure Mortimer somewhere, but where?
Well, where's the sword?
All she's left for Mortimer is his stone sword. It must be intentional. It looks like a decorative sword, like from a statue, for example. And judging by the state of it, I'm guessing it's been left outside for a long time. I have absolutely got to find out where it came from.
I'm going to take it with me? What did you just want to let him know that you've been here? Go find your mother is the new objective, huh? Hold your pants on there, buddy. Let's see what else is in here before I just go running off.
It's locked.
That was unsurprising, honestly, but yeah, because we're full on Devil's Thorn. Okay. Sir, your plans to intervene in Belgium are to go ahead and sit down. I am to occupy the Prussian army. Your delivery of cannons to Valmy has ensured our victory. As agreed, I have notified the King of Prussia of the invasion plans of Custine and the Army of the North. I will keep the Austrians out of Belgium. I am to quickly return to Paris, as I sense the fate of our King Louis is about to be decided dishonorably, and it is impossible for me not to intervene. Should you have any missives to give me, I invite you to go by as per usual. Our friend, Monsieur Perreux. Sincerely yours, Charles Francois Dumouriez, General of the Army of the North. Alright. You laugh, but you know that's what's going to happen. With today's climate, somebody will be like, oh yeah, you're totally racist. I was just doing a reading of a thing. My dearest Lord Mortimer, I regret to inform you that it will be soon impossible to ignore pressure from the Russians. The Tsarina Catherine has every intention of supporting the Count of the Provence and will recognize him as the regent of the Kingdom of France. Once King Louis has dispersed from the political stage, I'm doing this in a French accent. What am I doing? This is a German guy. Let's try this again. I don't know if I can get out of French mode now. Hang on. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to get out of French mode. Whatever. I am sorry to announce bad news, but expect dark times ahead. Your friend, Elfrida Bauer. My dearest Lord Mortimer, I regret to inform you that it will soon be impossible to ignore pressure from the Russians. I don't. It's a horrible accent now. Now I'm just doing a non-existent accent. Let's just give up while I can. Okay. Anyway. Then we have the back room here, which I've not yet looked at. So that's also a thing. De Humani Corpus Fabrica. Okay.
Preservation using formaldehyde. Just as disgusting as ever.
Yeah, it really is. Like, they just assume if you do anything imitative of another culture, you must be a racist. It's like, no, I don't have somebody from China here to do the reading for me, so I'm standing in place because there's not I mean, anyway.
Something strange about this table. What kind of experiments does Mortimer carry out here? It's a dissection table. So Mortimer does autopsies here on his desert island. But who is he doing autopsies on then? The little surgeon's perfect collection.
Yep, we discovered that outside too. He's immune to science. Yep.
Looks like obsidian or onyx. Must weigh a ton. Strange. I don't recognize the alphabet. I wonder where the pictograms are from. It isn't Egyptian or Hebrew. There are two inscriptions on the sides as well as on the top. No way to know what's underneath. Absolutely no idea what it's for, but I find this cue fascinating.
Maybe later.
These are feathers. Pigeon, probably.
Great.
A skeleton by the name of Gustav, if the plaque on the plinth is anything to go by. Mortimer's given a name to his anatomy skeleton. That's morbid. Oh, his right hand is missing.
Maybe if we find a right hand somewhere? I don't know. Dear Lord Mortimer, as agreed, I've changed your old lock for the one in my invention, drawing inspiration from your doctor friend, Mr. Guillotine. Here is the model of your new lock if you appreciate my prototype. It is difficult to imagine how it all fits together, but it will be located in the middle of the present door. The aim being to alter nothing of the door's functionality, but to add a bit of spice. Depending on the lineup of the wheels, the aforementioned lock will open, or will punish the snooper whose faith is not strong enough. I call my invention the Judgment of Fate, because if a snooper is unable to resist opening it, they will be punished. I hope you'll appreciate the irony of the situation. Gustave Montrant, Master Architect. So if you try to open it and you fail, you're punished. Hurt badly, possibly killed. That's great. Presumably Mortimer is one of strong enough faith, I guess, because it doesn't look like there's any blood or anything around that, like somebody lost a hand. Dear friend, who is the most admirable of all the Olympians? None other than the king of the gods, of course. Unlike his father Cronus, he learned to make equal use of his strength and wisdom. Instead of fearing the power of his children and brothers, he accepted to share the world with them. Men fear his thunder and praise his justice. He reigns, but doesn't dominate. Here's the right hand. No. What is this? This is not a right hand. What is this? What are these?
That must be for writing the homing pigeon messages.
Oh, I see.
An iron mask. I wonder who it's for.
Carmelite water will give me a little reprieve.
Dear Lord Mortimer, be assured of my entire devotion. As agreed, the Vendée peasantry will soon rise up. My network is striving to increase the pressure on the masses. The decision of the Assembly, which consists of voting the civil constitution of the clergy, is inflaming the region. The people overwhelmingly reject the priests and swear loyalty to the state. If you could ensure that the convention will administer the final blow to the people, the issue will be resolved. Without wishing to direct you, a forced recruitment for a faraway conflict would be a perfect way to arouse the people indefinitely. Your devoted servant, François Athanase Charette de la Contrie. Maybe it was one of his autopsies? Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Key with an occult fire symbol. Alrighty.
Am I seeing things, or is that an actual von Leeuwenhoek microscope? Incredible. Mortimer really is at the cutting edge of science. Even at the Order, it took us ages to get one of those.
Yeah, okay, for the third time. I get it. He's immune to science. You don't have to keep pestering me or, like, drilling it into my head. I get it.
Chest with the motif representing the alchemical symbol of fire.
Key with an occult water symbol. Collector coins. Collector coins. Collector coins. 4 collector coins in that box. Holy crap! 5? What on earth? 5 collector coins in there. So if you don't pick that or use the correct key or whatever, you basically miss out on a bunch of collector coins apparently. All right then. Hey, I got a royal jelly. My dearest friend, our plans are going ahead wonderfully well. The Coinage Act has been voted. Your project of founding the very first Bank of America should not be delayed and will probably be called Union Bank. As for the construction of the White House, it is still die to begin I do. I think it's a typo. It is still due to begin in October. I will accept no delays. You could trust me on this. I hope to see you soon. Thomas Jefferson, Secretary of State. I don't know. I mean, that's a good question. I'm glad you brought that up, Somni. Now, the clues would suggest that he might know something about science, but it's unclear really how much he knows. Like, there's a very big possibility that he doesn't know all that much about science, so we shouldn't just jump to conclusions.
3 rusty old nails. They're about 20 centimeters long.
Okay.
Some goat skulls, chicken legs. Now we all know what that's for. I'm a little surprised at Mortimer. I didn't seem as the type to be organizing little pagan parties, invoking occult powers, and dancing naked under the full moon. I'm more used to seeing cheap charms like this sold by charlatans in Pré Saint-Gervais. Look, a pack of tarot cards. Has he been reading the cards? Mortimer? That would surprise me. It is a typical draw on a line that answers a specific question. To the left, temperance, that announces a reward for one who patiently waits before taking any action. And in the middle, the chariot, which symbolizes triumph and business success. To the right, the emperor evokes a future full of power and stability.
So as long as you're patient and you have financial success and business success, then you'll present a future nation of stability under a certain king or ruler, I guess. Something along those lines. Lord Mortimer, the tiger is dying. In your demand, I have attacked Travancore and personally cut the throats of as many Englishmen as possible, though without help from the French. I cannot hold them off much longer. My forces are rapidly diminishing, in spite of your new rockets. Help us. Tipu Sahib, Sultan of Mysore. Okay, are there any things I've missed analyzing or reading? Examine those all. I already looked at that, right? Did I not?
Preservation using formaldehyde. Just as disgusting as ever.
Oh, yeah, I did. And all of those. And that. Oh, I didn't analyze this here.
A table of alchemical elements.
So, Lord Mortimer also studies alchemy? It seems like he's interested in everything.
Well, he does deal with an organization where some people are trained in the occult, like in occult knowledge. So my guess is he'd probably be taking the approach of all knowledge is useful to have, whether you believe it or not, but all knowledge is useful to have so that you can understand other people's motives or beliefs as well, or possibly clues they might leave in writings. I think that's reasonable. A reasonable man might do that. Okay, that's what I read before. Thomas Jefferson. That. Miss. I looked at the helmet. And those for carrier pigeons. Yeah, I think I've analyzed everything in here now. Not sure about the missing hand on the skeleton. That is still weird to me.
A skeleton by the name of Gustav, if the plaque on the plinth is anything to go by. Mortimer's given a name to his
It's just the same as before.
That's morbid. Oh, his right hand is missing.
I don't know what the right hand missing symbolizes or whatever, but... Did I read all these individually? I read that one. Yep. And then this one. Yep. And... well, that's not really a... there's this. I read that as well, yep. And this. Oh, I didn't read this one yet. Dear Lord Mortimer, I am writing to ask you to persuade President Washington not to sign the Fugitive Slave Act as it stands. We must absolutely legislate on a national level and not allow every state to choose their policy regarding slaves. It was initially intended to resolve a conflict between Pennsylvania and Virginia. By signing it, we risk legislating the hunting of blacks. More and more men of little faith are becoming slave hunters, and unable to find any slaves on the run, they kidnap the first black they come across when they pass off as the wanted runaway. The situation threatens to quickly degenerate. Thank you in advance, your friend, John Adams. P.S. Say hello to my daughter Elizabeth for me. Aww. Let's say hi to his daughter. I don't know. Yep, read that.
A fine-looking map of the Orient, indeed.
Read that. Okay. I don't know if I really want to analyze the political situations here, because I'm supposed to go find my mom, so I probably want to save action points for potentially using when I'm trying to go find her, right? I think. No? Oh, that was... I was thinking that was this the bottle there, but I guess not. That was the note. Can't exit here for some reason. It's locked. So I guess this means I have to go back out the way I came in.
Oh, shit. How am I going to get out of here now?
Do I do it in reverse, maybe? 1191. So if it's 10, the opposite of 1 is going to be 6. So I would want this is 6. Okay, and it's upside down also, by the way. 1, 1. So this is also 6. And then 9. The opposite of 9 is going to be 4. There we go. And then the opposite of 1 is going to be 6.
This looks like the same mechanism as the one on the other side.
I'm gonna waste points when I figured it out. I didn't need to waste no points.
Well, better not dwell on it then.
Master of Escape. Find out the origin of the sword left by your mother. What? First it was go find your mother. Now I'm supposed to find the origin of it? What? The what? Okay. I think there's nothing else to do in here. Wait. No, but it said the sword was worn like it would have been outside, right? So it's probably going to be a statue outside, not something in here at all. Alright, maybe we go down to the docks? I don't know. I poisoned Waldo, the bird in Mortimer's office. Yes, I failed and killed Waldo. Son of a biscuit. Could have met Peru under strange circumstances? I looked through all the rooms. I didn't find Peru anywhere. All the rooms that I knew I could access at least. Okay, well, I guess I missed that. There's an alternate path somehow. Met Manuel Godoy. I got some information out of von Wollner. I found the nightmare that my mother mentioned. I got to know Waldo and then murdered him quickly. I found a way of getting into the secret study, and I got out of Mortimer's secret study without any trouble. I want to feel bad about that for like a long time to come now. Till my next playthrough, I guess. Yeah. We loved him. We knew him. He was a bird. What can you say? Oh! 10 experience the next level. I was so close. You know what? If I wouldn't have poisoned Waldo, I'd probably be on another level. Gah! Wow. Okay. Well, you know, the stuff that happens and things, you know, and there are some other things that go on, and that's life. Okay. Great. Okay. Excuse me. Yeah, since this apparently still doesn't think I've done conviction, I guess I'll just do this. Conviction will be free from now on whenever I use it, I think, if it's the same as these in that regard. And then effort, well, not free. Effort is reduced by 3. Yeah, if you hit level 3, then your skill use is free. If you hit. Oh. You got locked in the room and then somebody robbed you? Is that what happens? That's bad. What? Manipulation is Giuseppe's weakness, if I'm not mistaken. So that could be useful. I don't know. I'm not sure how much we're going to need necessarily to talk to Giuseppe and get stuff out of him versus other people. So I don't know if that's useful or not. You can't just go on the assumption that just because somebody happens to have that weakness, that now you're going to use that on them. I feel like that's not a good way to go about things. I'm going to go with cultism. Yep, I think we're going to go with that. No, this is not real life. Oh. Oh, okay. Wait, which revolution guy? Are you talking about Godoy that came and talked about the revolution? Like announced that the king of France had been killed? Or are you talking about Peru that was head of the French, at least a major part of the French army at the time? That's funny, Somni. Yep. We'll go with that. The Nightmare, achievement unlocked. So now, do I have this? See? Obtain all level 1 skills. Conviction will not unlock. What the deuce? I'm at level 2 conviction. How in the deuce is that talent not unlocked? How is this talent not... I don't understand what's going on with this. This is like glitched. Busted for me. It will not up. Okay. I mean, I guess. Whatever. Friggin' douche bucket. Just kidding. I can equip 3 manuscripts this time. Ooh. Alright, that isn't that special. This won't help with Mortimer because that's an immunity of his, but still useful in analyzing things. Let's do this and subterfuge. What do politics or logic? I think politics. While I'm at it, I mean, no, I don't know. Actually, in fact, maybe I do psychology. Because if I go here, psychology has none, but if I can get a couple, I mean, it's 11 to level 3, so maybe not. I don't know. But that would be 10. That would be only 9 more points to up psychology again. Oh, right, I could do this as well. This is going to give me science, linguistics, and erudition. Yeah, let's totally do that then. Why would I not do that? What? Science, linguistics, and erudition? Okay, so probably don't need science again for now. Although I could. What's my... I'd only be 1 away on science from upping it. Then I could get science and occultism to the next level. Next time I level. I'm not sure if I want to do that or not, but maybe. Is my subterfuge at? That'd only be 2 away if I did that. Subterfuge seems pretty useful. Unlocking things. And then occasionally in dialogue choices as well. See, right now, the problem with these is right now, I mean, if I equip both of them, it's not actually going to give me, like, effectively gives me almost no progress. Because I have 11 steps to get to the next level. That gives me 2. I have, like, 9 more steps to go. I'm not really, I mean, it's useful, obviously, it makes progress. It's just not, like, noticeably useful that soon. I'm going to do subterfuge. politics. I don't know if I want to do politics, actually. Maybe I don't do politics. What's logic? Yeah, let's do logic. Because that's one of my main skills anyway, and that's closer. Okay, let's do this. Oh. Well, thanks. Peru, yeah. Peru shows up. Yeah, so the way I visualized it was, it's just a simple trick I use. So if you have, basically, it's not a circle, but it works like a circle. So in other words, what you see on this side is exactly opposite, or has the exact opposite number on this side. Think of like if you roll a die, like a 6-sided die. If you have, I don't know what the numbers are, but let's say 1 and 6 are on opposite sides. So if the 1 is on top, that's what you rolled. The 6 is on the bottom. Think of it in those terms, right? Except that it's multiple, it's more sides. It's 10 sides. So it's not a circle, it's a decagon. So 10-sided, right? And what you have to do, or not a decagon, I guess it's called a decahedron. Well, no, a hedron is a three dimensions. Yeah, I think it's a decagon. Anyway, so you have a decagon. So what you do is you just say, because there are 10 sides, you know that basically 5 sides away is the opposite side. Right? So if you have 5, then 10 is on the opposite side, or in this case, 0. So you have 0, then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does that make sense? 2 sides opposite, 4 up above, 4 below. That's 8, 9, 10. That's your 10 sides, okay? So you have 5 is exactly the opposite of whatever number you have. So you just add or subtract 5 from whatever number you've got, and that's how you calculate what the opposite side is going to be. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So that's a trick you can use if you're spatially struggling. You could just do a math equation effectively that says the number of sides divided by 2 is the number that's going to be on the opposite side of a rotating cylinder like that. Now, if it's an odd number of sides, if it's 7 sides or something, that's more problematic, right? Then you're actually not going to have an opposite side. If you had 5 sides, 5, let's just make it simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'll have a point will be the opposite of a flat side every time. So you're not actually going to have an opposite number. You'll have 2 opposite numbers. So if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 3, and 4 are opposites. And that one, I don't actually know what the equation would be to figure that out. Oh, no, I do, I think. It's whatever the 2 opposites are. No. No, that's wrong. I don't know. Anyway. But yeah, the other one works for when you actually have opposite sides like that. Anyway. Yeah, we'll go ahead and go with that.
This note is about a meeting with Lord Mortimer. There's no doubt about it. All right, I need to find out where the sword that came with it's from in order to find Mother.
All right. So that was a longer session, but we did it. We did it. So that is going to do it for tonight. So thanks for joining me, guys. Tomorrow, we're doing the demo for Asylum. So if you guys don't like horror, then tomorrow will actually be a horror title. It'll be a demo, but it will be horror. So just FYI, that's what the plan is for tomorrow. If you don't like that, then, I have no hard feelings if you don't want to watch. If you do like it, or you do want to see it, then obviously we'll see you tomorrow night. I'm getting super lag right now. Okay, let's not do that then, I guess. Anyway, yep, so that should be tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon, my usual streaming time. Just check on Twitch for the times. Also, I'll do my usual announcing on social media and then also on Discord when I'm doing the next one. So, okay, great. I will see any of you who can make it and want to tomorrow on the stream. And I will also try to get more of The Last of Us up, recorded, and then hopefully tomorrow night, probably after the stream, I'll get the next part up and then maybe another one Monday. We'll see how much I have, but Tuesday is when I will start my playthrough of Last of Us 2. So look for those as well. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Take care of yourselves. Peace.
Poor spider.
This freaking boy. Oh, that's so sad.